What's up guys, it's Alex here, your friendly reef dog, and today I'm going to tell you about 6 corals that I think would be awesome in every tank. Now some of the corals on this list will be suitable for your first coral and others will be awesome, but only when the time is right. Now if it's your first time here at the channel and you want weekly reefing goodness, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything. Right, let's get to the list. First up is a nice easy to keep coral, Zoandthids, but I don't mean any old zoas. Generic zoas can look pretty dull under white lights and are often the first coral you'll get bored of. But if you choose carefully, you'll end up with a great beginner centerpiece coral. For me, the best commonly available and reasonably priced zoas that look great under white or blue lights are Utter Chaos, Rasters and Sunny D's. Utter Chaos are purple and orange, Rasters are green with a multicoloured eye but look a brilliant yellow, and Sunny D's have a larger green, purple and orange polyp. Each of these should set you back less than £20 for a single polyp and should spread quickly enough to become a nice sized colony in no time. They're suitable for tanks of any size, will tolerate a fairly wide range of conditions, and I can personally guarantee you won't get bored of them. Next on my list of corals every tank should have are Scollies, and it's hard to believe a coral as spectacular as this is also easy to keep. The most common are War Paint, which is red and blue, and Bleeding Apple, which is green with streaks of red. The price will depend on its markings, and you can easily spend north of £1,000 on a particularly saucy specimen. And I dread to think what this Scolly, coined the best Scolly on the planet, cost. But for War Paint and Bleeding Apples, a nice example will set you back somewhere in the region of £150. They're happy in low to medium light and make a great candidate for a spot lower down in your aquarium. And they should stay healthy so long as you maintain stable alkalinity and calcium by dosing. Number 4 are Acans, or Micromusa lordharensis as they've recently been reclassified. The great thing about Acans is the variety of colours available, and by that I mean there are tons of different coloured Acans as well as Acans with tons of different colours. It's another coral that will be happy in low to medium light and low to medium flow, so you don't need to spend a fortune on equipment to be able to keep these. And while those with rainbow colours can be on the pricey side, you can easily build an Acan garden consisting of complementary coloured Acans without breaking the bank. They're also pretty hardy and easy to care for, so they're another great option if you're new to the hobby. Next on my list of corals every aquarium should have are plating montipora. While these aren't suitable for a first time hobbyist, they are absolutely one of the first SPS corals you should be thinking about as you grow into the hobby, and they're about as easy to keep as SPS come, as long as you maintain stable calcium and alkalinity. They grow quickly, which means they'll make your tank look mature and established sooner than most SPS corals, and there are loads of varieties from the common red and green through to the beautiful undata and multicoloured specimens like Tropic Thunder and grafted Monties. Because they grow so quickly, they should be cheap to buy, and when they grow out you'll be able to sell frags back to your local fish shop for store credit. They'll appreciate stronger light and flow, but they're not as demanding as some SPS, so they're a great way to dip your toe into the water of stony corals. And the runner-up is another undemanding stony coral, Cyphastrea. Cyphastrea is a stunning encrusting coral with bright contrasting colours. Favourites include the Bizarro, which has a blue base and red polyps, Mardi Gras, which has a green base with blue polyps, and Jingle Bells, which, as the name suggests, has textbook Christmas colours. They do well in lowish light, which makes them a good option for the far corners of your rockscape, and they're readily available, so getting hold of them is usually as simple as searching on eBay. Because they're an encrusting coral, you need to be aware they can take over your rockwork, but because they encrust so tightly to the rock, if that happens, it actually looks pretty cool. And the number one coral every tank should have are Acropora. Most Acropora are not particularly beginner friendly, so this is a coral to aspire to if you're new to the hobby, but they are the pinnacle of stony corals and are as rewarding as they are challenging. The variety of growth patterns and colours is endless, and while you can spend several hundred coins on a 1-inch frag, there's an Acropora to suit every budget. Staghorns, for example, are an easy to keep acro, and they're lightning fast growers. Staghorns have thick branches that grow in a loose branching form and will need plenty of space to grow. Then there's the likes of Acropora valida, which is a beautiful purple and green coral that's another easy to keep acro. Although even easy to keep acros will still require an established tank with stable water chemistry, good lighting and strong flow. But keeping Acropora opens you to the world of perfecting your water quality, as you'll see a difference in the corals depending on your lighting, flow, nutrients and levels of trace elements. And while that's far from easy, it's the exact sort of challenge that makes our amazing hobby so fascinating and addictive.